everyone, welcome to another Procreate tutorial. We're doing a very simple one today. So if you're new to Procreate, you hopefully will learn a little bit of simple tips and tricks. And if you have been using Procreate for a long time, you'll enjoy a nice, fun, simple tutorial today. If you are new here, I mainly post Procreate tutorials, so if that's something you're interested in, go ahead and subscribe. I also offer exclusive tutorials over on Patreon, so that's linked in the description below if you want to check that out. If you join us there, you get access to exclusive tutorials every month, along with sneak peeks of what we're drawing over here on YouTube every week. And if you join right now, you get access to all of my tutorials thus far, including ones from last year during this time. So if you want more like winter holiday drawings, I have some already available for you there. It really helps support me to continue making free content over here on YouTube. But before we get started on today's drawing, the only thing that you will need to do is download the color palette and the special font that we use. They're both linked in the description below. They're totally free to download. Just save both of the files to your iPad. And then for the color palette, you'll just double tap the file or click on it and click open in Procreate, and it will automatically pop into your color palettes here so that you can use the same colors as you follow along with the video today. And then for the font, I think you can double tap it or click on it and click open in Procreate and it will import. If not though, you'll need to go into a canvas. You'll need to add a text layer. So under the gear icon, under add, click add text, and then it will automatically pop up a little text here. You'll click this font button down here, and this will bring up your font library, and then you'll click import font, and you'll find the font where you downloaded it, and it will import that way. But you should be able to just double tap it from your files as well, or click on it and click open in Procreate. Either way works. I will also post the canvas dimensions, color profile, and layers needed here on the screen and in the description below for you to set up your canvas, but I will also walk you through how to set up your canvas if you've never done so before. So continue watching the beginning of the video to see that. Otherwise, just make sure you're ready to go and we'll go ahead and get started. Okay, so we're in my Procreate library and we're going to go ahead and add a new canvas. So we're going to click this plus icon in the top right corner, and then you'll have some standard sizes that are already laid out for you, but we're going to go ahead and create a new canvas with a new size. So that's going to be with this button here right next to new canvas. And now we can set all of this up. So we can name the canvas if you want to. You can title it here. And then we're going to set the size. I always like to switch to inches, so it shows pixels right now. And you can use pixels if you want, but I always like to switch to inches just because that's what I prefer. So I'm going to do 10 inches, switch to height 10 inches, DPI set to 300, and then it'll show you how many layers you have available. It'll vary by iPad model, so it might not be the same as mine, but that's how you can set up your size. Then we'll go to color profile, and you can switch between RGB and CMYK. RGB is better for like displays on screens. CMYK is better for printing. It just changes the colors so that when you go to print it, it looks more like your picture is, but it limits the color options that you have based on printing options. So I like to do RGB for, social media and sharing tutorials and things like that. I'm usually just on this second RGB profile, not the display one, but you can use any of these. So I prefer RGB. I'm under this one. And then there's some other settings here, like your time-lapse settings. So if you want to create a time-lapse of your drawing, this is where you would set up those settings. So 2K and 4K obviously is going to take up a lot more room when you export it, and same with like studio quality and lossless. So these I don't use a lot, but those are there if you need them. Other canvas properties is just that you can set your background color automatically, which mine is set to white, and you can select a color there, or you can have your background hidden automatically, but I don't do that. So I'm going to go ahead and click create, and now we have our 10 inches by 10 inches at 300 DPI square canvas. And we are ready to get started. The background's automatically set to white, but we are going to first of all import our gold background that we're going to use. So obviously you'll get more comfortable with all these tools and stuff as you just work in Procreate long term, but we're just going to go ahead and click on this layer menu here next to our color selector here, and this shows our background color layer, which we can adjust if we need to. We're not going to do that today, but that's how you would do that. Back to our layer menu, we're on layer 1 here, and this is where we're going to import our gold background. So we're going to go to our gear icon, and then under add, I'm going to do insert a file, and then find that gold background where you saved it, and it will import it automatically like so. And now when we go to our layer menu, that's what's on our layer 1. So on our layer menu, we're going to add a new layer above it, and this is where we're going to do our like grayish, blackish overlay layer that we're going to cut through to see our gold background. So we're going to click this plus icon to add a new layer. We're going to go to our color selector here, and this color palette that you should have downloaded should be under your color palettes. And I'm going to select this first color on the first row, the dark gray, and I'm going to drag and drop it from the corner here, and it will fill in the whole canvas like so. You probably can't see it very well. I'm going to go to my gear icon. Under preferences, I'm going to switch to the light interface just so that we can see the background better. Awesome. So now we have our gray overlay layer above our gold layer, and now we need to make a design that's going to cut through it. So I'm going to add a new layer again, and we're going to grab our white color, second one on the top row of our color palette, and now we're going to start adding things. So I'm first going to go to my brush library here. So click on your brush to open up your brush library, and you'll have all these different brush categories. I have some custom ones up here with all these different custom brushes in it. But under the calligraphy tab, I'm going to be on the monoline brush. So this is just a really nice, smooth, solid brush to use. I'm going to, on the left here, we have our opacity sliders. This is how opaque or transparent our brush is. I'm going to have that set at 100. And then our other one here is our size. I'm going to have that set to 30. And I'm first going to draw a perfect circle to be around our Happy New Year word. So I'm going to draw a circle shape with my pen, hold it down until it turns nice and smooth. And then if you touch your finger on the screen, it'll set it to a perfect circle. Now we want to kind of center it. So I'm going to grab it with my arrow tool now. So that just selects just my circle and we can move it around. I'm going to click under snapping here. I'm going to turn snapping on. And then I can drag it around until we center it on our screen. So we see these two yellow lines that show that we're centered on the screen there, like so. And if you want to, on uniform, you can resize it also. So freeform lets you like change the actual shape itself, but we want to keep it a circle, so we're going to stay on uniform. And you can change the size if you need to. Just make sure to recenter it if you change the size. I think this is a good size. I might make it a little bit bigger and then recenter it again. Okay, and now we want a couple more circles to kind of offset with it. So on my layer menu, I'm going to make a duplicate of this circle layer. So slide to the left on it and hit duplicate. And then I'll grab that one with my arrow tool and kind of move it up and to the left a little bit. I'll make another duplicate on my layer menu and move it maybe to the right a little bit. So we get a few different circles like so. I like the way that that looks, but now I want the whole thing to be centered. So I'm going to go to my layer menu and I'm going to snap these 3 layers together so that they're all on one layer. So I'm going to slide them together with my fingers, and then I can grab that with my arrow tool and I can center it again. And now all 3 of my circles are centered on the screen together. But this obviously means we can't move our circles anymore because they're all on one layer. Like we can't change one of them and make it be out more or anything like that because they're all on one layer. So we are set there, but that looks really good. Okay, now we're going to add our Happy New Year text. So to do that, we're going to just go to the gear icon. Under add, I'm going to do add text, and we don't need to add a new layer first. It automatically adds itself on a new layer. But then you can tap into the text, double tap it to select it. We want it on this white color. So if yours isn't automatically on the white color, switch it to the white color and it'll change the color of the text. But now with our text selected, we're going to do our typing. So I'm going to do all lowercase. So I'm going to click the arrow to turn that off, and I'm just going to do happy. Then I'm going to do return. So we're on a new line. I'm going to, again, turn the arrow off so we're still lowercase. And then year. I'm going to triple tap it to select all the text, and then I'm going to click this font name here, the default font, and bring up our font options. So now we can change the font, we can change the size, we can change the tracking, all that good stuff. So I'm going to set my font to the custom font that you should have downloaded, the Wildflower font. So find that, or you can use any other font that you want, whether you have a different custom font that you've downloaded elsewhere or one of the standard fonts. If you like one of those, that's fine too. And then we can adjust our size. So I'm going to set my size pretty high to maybe like, let's start with like 120-ish. And then my lines are a little too far apart when they're on these 3 lines, so that's our leading. I'm going to decrease that. Not too far because I don't want my new to hit my year, but maybe to like -35 or so. And then tracking sets our letters a little further apart, and I might increase that a little bit as well to maybe like 7% or so. Then we can grab it with our arrow tool, we can move it around, we can center it. If you want to make it any bigger or smaller, you can do that here as well if you want it to fit better with your picture. I think that looks good there. If you want to add the year somewhere, you can. You can make a duplicate of this text layer and add the year like underneath it or anything like that. I'm just leaving it kind of standard as is for this design. But now we can add some more little fun details. So I'm going to go to my layer menu, add another new layer, and we're still on our white color. We're still on our monoline brush, and I'm just going to add some more kind of designs to it. So I'm going to go maybe in this like open area here, and I'm just going to draw on this layer some little twinkles. So I'm going to do like a line, a line, a line, something like that. I'm going to maybe do some of those over here as well. Some little twinklies. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and go to my layer menu and add another new layer just in case I want to, that's the benefit of Procreate and having all these different layers is you can do everything separately so that if you mess anything up, you're not affecting other areas of your picture. So I did those twinklies inside, and then I might do some stars on the outside. So I am going to draw the typical star shape that you would do, and then I'm going to hold it down at the end. And then it all snaps into like these perfectly straight lines that you can edit. So then if you click this edit polyline at the top, you can adjust these lines to make a better star. And then I can use my brush to fill it in like so. So that's a good star shape. I'm going to go to my layer menu and make a duplicate of it. So slide to the left and hit duplicate. I'm going to grab it with my arrow tool and I'm going to move it over to this other corner. But I want it to be a little bit different. So I'm going to grab this green button and I'm going to rotate it a little bit. So you can kind of rotate things like that. Okay, then maybe I'll make another duplicate and I'll maybe drag it down to this other corner, rotate it again. And one more time, other corner, rotate it again a little bit. So now I have those stars as well. So this is where I'm going to end the design, but you can do anything else that you want to it. You can add more stars, more sparkles. You can do a different shape around your words, anything like that. And that's why we're all on different layers. So if you want to get rid of your circles layer and you want to do something else, you can just delete that layer, or you can click this little check button to turn it off and add a new layer and do something different. And then you can kind of switch back and forth between them to see which one you like better. Anything like that. While I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and snap my stars to the same layer since they're on separate layers. So those look good. I might go back to my little twinkle layer and add a few more of those inside. I feel like the 4 just isn't quite enough. So I'm going to do a few more of those, all in the circle here. Okay, I'm happy with that. And this is the design that I now want to cut out of our black shape so that we can see the gold shape below it. So to do that, we're going to go to our layer menu. I'm going to, once I'm happy with it, snap all of my white layers together, including my text. So I'm going to snap those all into one layer. And then I'm going to click on this layer and click select. Make sure that color fill is not turned on. It should be set to add, and you should see these diagonal lines around your design. I'm going to go to my layer menu with the selection still on. I'm just going to switch to my black square layer or the dark gray and click my arrow tool and then drag it off the screen. And you don't see anything change yet. So this selected everything that was white and cut it out of our gray layer, but our white layer is still active. So after I drag it off my canvas, I'm going to click the arrow tool to turn it off, go back to my layer menu, and if we uncheck our white layer, now we see our gold through it. That looks awesome. I'm going to do one more thing. I want my black layer to have a little bit of a darker kind of paper texture to it. So I'm going to go to my layer menu. I'm going to add a layer right above my black layer and click on it and set it to a clipping mask. And this means that we're only drawing within the black shape because we don't want to draw over our gold cutout. So we're only drawing within the black shape or the gray shape. And then we're going to switch to our black color, the third one on the top row. So for my brush, I'm going to switch down to this organic category, find that, and find the clay brush. That's the brush we're going to use. I'm going to set my opacity to 100, my size to 100, and I'm just going to go all over the picture here. One nice good layer, so nothing too crazy. You don't want to get rid of our gray color entirely. We want to see the different variation all over it. But that is how we get a little bit of a paper texture on top of it without covering up our gold design. And then once that's done, that is it for our drawing today. So I hope that you enjoyed this very simple tutorial. I hope that you maybe learned some more stuff about Procreate if you're new to it. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and leave me a comment below letting me know what you thought. It really helps out my channel. And then if you haven't yet, go ahead and subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss out on any future tutorials from me. If you would like to share your drawing on Instagram, I'll show you how to do that too. So once you're done with a picture, you just go to your gear icon, go to share, and typically save it as a PNG or a JPEG, and then it will export it and you can send it to people. You can send it to your phone, you can just save it to your gallery, whatever you want to do there. And that is how you can save your design when you're done with it. If you would like to share your drawing on Instagram, I would love to see it. So go ahead and post it there and then tag me so that I can check it out. And while you're there, go ahead and give me a follow so that you can see what I'm working on next. Thanks for watching.